man. I hope you're here, because I
Tá
don't
morto.
know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm
Ai, graças a
here,
Deus.
Grace.
Ai.
Where else would I be but amongst the
Graças a Deus.
trees and the wild things? I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did. At any rate, you seem to have worked it out. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
It's quite the coincidence. The place you sent me just happens to be the place Calliope was attacked.
That is quite the coincidence. You must be very grateful.
It's just hard to trust a coincidence that big.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
Eu acredito.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? This tit for tat, back and forth.
I'll enjoy it if you're enjoying it.
Well, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh my, aren't you a delight? Even if you haven't answered the question, don't think I didn't notice. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
What if I discover you're lying to me after all?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
I hope it's somewhere good. Somewhere I'm not on trial.
Oh, my, you do know how to spoil the mood, don't you? If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
And why not? Is it a devotion to sweet, sad Apollo that makes you hesitate? Take my hand, Grace. Take my hand.
Eu prefiro Apolo, não agradeço. Por que não?
Why not?
See now, this is why I like you. Such a sense of the inappropriate.
Sapecas. Mano, o melhor personagem dessa porra é ele, velho. Não sei como você não gosta, ele é o melhor personagem.
The world it needs that guy who is prepared to move the pieces in from every side. All of the world's on the edge of a knife, so I choose partying. There's no need for strife. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance. So what, the call was close. We're both alive and well. We'll live to fight another day, as far as I can tell. And even if you don't, and I expect you won't, I promise you'll be glad you spent the night with me. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance.
Do you really think I'm so hopeless? Or is it you who's afraid to show me how you really feel?
A cara dele, ó, a cara dele, eu peguei ele, hein? Peguei ele, hein?
Don't be like that, Grace. We both know
Mentiroso.
Take it or leave it. I won't repeat it. I'm only here for the dance.
You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way. You're hoping to find Medusa, I expect.
Changing the subject? And how do you even know about that?
I'm just trying to be helpful, Grace. In my way. You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. But do be careful if you call on her, Grace. Medusa is a hideous monster and should be treated as such.
Mano, mas não é possível que ainda tem mais coisa, velho. Esse ato não acaba, mano. Dia 5? Nossa, já é dia 5, velho. Esse ato não acaba, mano. É nesse, mano. Demora pra descer, viu? Ok, isso foi inesperado. Fred e eu fomos ao relicário sem esperar muito. E em vez disso, descobrimos que Asterion e Calliope foi... Por Asterion que a Calliope foi até lá na noite que morreu. Não só isso, mas provavelmente foi lá que ela foi atacada. Ela fugiu do relicário sangrando e provavelmente foi de lá para o meu apartamento. Mas isso é bizarro. O que ela estava fazendo lá? Asterion disse que, embora ela tenha entrado sorrateiramente no relicário, não levou nada. Ela disparou os alarmes e saiu correndo, perseguida por Asterion e pela Medusa também. Isso é realmente importante. Como vou descobrir o que realmente aconteceu lá dentro? Não é nada de... Cara, eu vou ter que passar com o mouse, porque, pelo amor de Deus, demora mais pra descer, você tá louco? Ah, eu não entendi. Já foi, né? Tá, já. Aphrodite. Apolo. Já foi. Atena. Asterion mencionou que Atena foi ao relicário no dia seguinte à morte de Calliope, avisada pela Medusa, talvez, ou pela própria Hecate, eu acho. Atena jurou segredo a Hecate sobre tudo, mas não a Asterion, como ele alegremente apontou. Mas isso significa que ela sabe o que aconteceu com Calliope lá? Perséfone. Então, Fred e eu fomos ao relicário para fazer o pequeno favor do Pan. Foi lá que Calliope foi atacada. Era lá que ela estava antes de ir para o meu apartamento. Isso é uma grande coincidência, não é? Eros não tem nada. Menos nada. Medusa. O nome da Medusa surgiu mais uma vez. Asterion me disse que ela estava no relicário na noite que Calliope morreu. E também foi lá que ela foi atacada. Ele não parecia achar que Medusa tinha feito isso, porque Medusa nunca entrou no relicário. E foi lá que o ataque aconteceu, até onde ele sabe. Mas a presença dela lá não pode ser uma coincidência. Ou a Medusa fez isso, ou ela sabe algo importante sobre o que aconteceu. Pan disse que Hecate, deus da magia negra, poderia me ajudar em minha busca. E ele estava errado, muito errado. O que ele não disse foi o porquê. Ela é a deusa bruxa bibliotecária gigante que jurou guardar o segredo sobre qualquer coisa relacionada à sua torre e fortaleza extradimensional. Parece estranha? É porque parece. E ela é. Mas também é sincera e legal. Ela conhece o futuro, mas fará o que deve acontecer porque é o que deve acontecer. Nunca vou conseguir entender isso. De qualquer forma, ela não irá quebrar seu juramento a Atena, então tive que concordar com o plano maluco do Asterion de cortejá-la com uma canção. Admito que ainda estou surpresa por ela ter concordado com isso. Meu poder não obriga ninguém a fazer nada que não queira. Então acho que no fundo ela queria tanto o amor quanto o Astério. Suponho que o livro dela diga como será o relacionamento deles no final. Mas parece que isso não importa muito pra ela. Espero que isso signifique que ela possa ser feliz por pelo menos um tempo. Veja só, Astério que Pan me enviou é nada menos que um Minotauro. É isso mesmo, metade homem, metade touro. Mas não é realmente o monstro que todas as histórias falam. Na verdade, retiro o que disse. Ele não é um monstro de forma alguma. Ele é uma pilha de pudim de homem adorável, desajeitado e gaguejante que está perdidamente apaixonado por Hecate. E está desesperado por minha ajuda para juntá-los. Sinceramente, não foi tão difícil assim. Acho que Hecate também se sentia solitária e no final ela pareceu feliz em aceitar a mão de Astério quando teve certeza de que o amor dele por ela era verdadeiro. E eu acho, realmente é. Os dois são ridiculamente fofos e estranhos juntos. Vou lá falar com a Apolo. O homem que mais conversa nesse mundo. Vou pausar para ir mais rápido.
Oh, there you are, Grace. Do you mind if I ask a question?
Of course, go ahead.
Since that time we spent together after Aphrodite's party, I've had the distinct impression that you've been avoiding me. Am I wrong?
Well, it's just that Pan and I,
Say no more.
Eu escolhi o Pan, então.
Is there something you came to talk about?
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
Eu vou ficar com o Pan, gente, é isso, tá? É isso. Escolhi o Pan.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now.
Ah, mas eu gostei mais do Pan do que do Apollo.
Life of an idol.
Essa é a grande verdade.
Grace, of all the places to run into a friend,
Pan, what are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Eu tentei. Ixi, então você perdeu o Apollo também?
Let me guess. You feel bad about how we left our last conversation.
Me? Feel bad?
You know, the part where you still believe I'm gonna die.
Você perdeu o Pan.
I am a bad man and I spoke poorly. I did not, however, want you wandering into this without advice.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa...
Ah, eu tive que escolher, né, gente? Gostei demais do Pan.
Apollo mentioned it, yeah.
It is a sad, sad tale.
Eu achei o design dele tão bonito.
Athena cursed her. A travesty of
E ele não sai por
justice
aí
if
mostrando
ever
os
was
peitoral
one.
dele, né? Eu acho que isso aí é um ponto positivo também.
Thing is, Athena no longer has
Não
the
recomendo
power
as
to
pessoas
undo
namorarem
the
com pessoas que
curse.
ficam andando com a camiseta aberta, viu?
Also, she
Deus me livre,
says.
mano. Coisa de gente esquisita.
What I'm trying to say is that Medusa is not happy about it. Perhaps that's something you can use.
Ah, você ficou com ela?
Apollo said she's some kind of spy master for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever.
Ela é um bom
it
personagem também.
needs. Spy master.
Cara, só tem bom personagem nesse jogo, né?
Provider of
Incrível.
garden statuary.
E a Athena.
She sounds terrifying.
More importantly, Grace, she's clever. Medusa will be no simple target.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but
É
what's
parceira
she
mesmo.
really like?
E a
She
Athena.
doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is an enigma to most of us.
A Athena, acho que ela me engana.
If idols
Eu botei
hide
meu
in the
olho na
shadows,
Athena no
she
início do jogo,
lurks
falei,
in
é ela.
even darker places. She's an outsider, and she loathes us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
Medusa is the one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
I could go in there and boom, statue time?
Maybe. Probably not.
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
See, that's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're...
Como é que você não gosta dele, ó, cara?
And
Nossa
you'll
senhora, ele é
help me
muito
with
bom.
that?
As best I can,
O
certainly.
que é que ele fala, mano? A voz dele é muito boa.
Have some kind of plan. A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
Ele é bom. Use uma distração, encontrar outra entrada, confrontar o guarda. Vou encontrar outra entrada. Encontrar outra entrada. Foda-se. Ele é bom, mas no começo ele te irritava. Aí eu gostei dele desde o início.
To follow me up here.
Nonsense. I'm helping.
Well, can you help me pick the lock on this skylight?
Do I look like some vagabond cat burglar? It's bad enough I scuffed my trousers during the climb. Far be it for me to question you, Grace, but are you certain this is wise? I rather thought we would use our wits to gain entry.
I don't recall you having any suggestions, Pam.
You were so eager to start climbing the walls, I didn't want to discourage your vigor.
Plus, you wanted to stare.
Ele é convencido demais, por isso que ele é bom. Exatamente por isso que ele é bom.
I can make the best of any situation.
And there we go. Coming?
We're both going to regret this.
Probably. Let's split up and look around.
What a long day, hiding in the light. Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Right, let's play. I'm sure you can bite, okay. But you get a fight today. You're fighting Grace this time. And this time's mine. This time.
For centuries, these heroes got sent to me. Each one of them bent to me.
Not meant to be this time.
This time and all time.
This time's mine.
This time's mine. This time just
This
like
time.
every time. He's mine. Now look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning jelly.
Ué, apertei pausa. Nem sabia que tinha botão de pausa. É triângulo, tá, gente? Apertei sem querer. Sem querer, apertei triângulo.
What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something.
Ah, o espaço aqui do meu controle, eu não sei qual que é, mano.
Any
questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time.
Não mexe, tem hora, velho. Tem hora que buga o controle.
That oozy musy bloods my wine this time. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey, look
You flipped that hood. Then out came the snakes. Oh, you're so good. Finally, some stakes. Oh, the ice thing. What a difference an actual monster makes.
Foi a Athena que fez assim com ela, porque ela era tipo namoradinha do Poseidon.
Made you like this.
She was mad at me. So,
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Listen, Medusa. She's ashamed of what you do, but she never stops using you. Hey, I'd be a monster too. I'd be like you.
Cara, essa parte ficou legal.
Time. And it's time to realize you're the victim of a
You're
crime.
lost, little girl. No more Hail Marys. We both know the victims, you. The monster's me.
You don't know, you don't know.
Do know that you didn't.
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know, you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No.
Fine grace, I'll take. Just like fate made you, fate played me.
Vambora.
Just like I won't see what your eyes see when you look at me. Don't look at me.
Chegou o homem.
Stop it. Stop it, Pan. You have no right.
A flautinha, que é o poder dele, né? É verdade.
It's been a long time since I played these.
É verdade.
Good to know the old pipes are still warm. Hmm?
What the heck did you just do?
Snake charming. Medusa can't help but be enthralled.
Begone, pest. How dare you invade my sanctum?
Oh, I see. Would you prefer I resume playing?
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
But you were
Eu
there
confio.
that night.
Yes, yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the Muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
Trouble enough to keep an eye on, hmm?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
A tasty snack for you to hunt down.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Now. Don't make me charm it out of you, my dear.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected...
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
Não é tanto assim não.
That seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
Yes, I had only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me. Why should we believe you?
Eu acredito.
You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
One that conveniently paints you as innocent.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Oh, Medusa.
Well, what of you? The only reason I knew Calliope was going to the reliquary is because you informed me.
Well,
Oh, is that so?
it is true. But Grace, I can explain.
I'll bet you can. Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true, I do not deny it. It's still, I did not kill the muse.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show
Não vou.
mercy.
Não vou, não gosto da Atena.
I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger. I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth, I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Nunca passa na minha mente que a Medusa era culpada. É lógico que é a Atena. Como os heróis de antigamente. Antes de mim, né?
Now, before you say anything,
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked. I never lied to you, Grace. I said I didn't know what became of Calliope at the reliquary, and I didn't. But I wanted to, so I nudged you in the right direction.
Why? Is there some reason you need to know what happened to Calliope?
Is that so strange? Don't we all desire justice?
You sent me to the reliquary Because you wanted justice.
I am trying to help Grace. In my way.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Não vai acabar esse ato 2, mano. Não é possível que tem 3 atos, cara. Impossível ter 3 atos nisso aqui. Eu vi a Medusa, o Pan apareceu do nada. Acho que ele se sente mal por termos deixado as coisas que é um pouco surpreendente. Confrontei Pan sobre a chave, ele não negou tê-la dado a Calliope. Além disso, ele admitiu que contou a Medusa para onde a Calliope foi logo depois que ela saiu. Ele a vendeu. Ele afirma que não sabe o que aconteceu com ela no relicário, que me enviou para descobrir, mas será que posso acreditar nele? Pode. Disseram-me que Medusa não é uma ídola. Ela é uma criatura imortal, que costumava ser mortal até ser amaldiçoada por Atena, injustamente, o que parece ser um tema. Ela acompanha os ídolos para ela sobreviver, trabalhando para Atena em troca de sua ajuda. O fato de transformar as pessoas em pedra é totalmente real, só que às vezes ela simplesmente as paralisa para poder comê-las. Sua maldição inclui uma fome insaciável, eu acho, e eu quase pude experimentar isso em primeira mão. Que horror. Medusa corroborou mais ou menos o que Astério nos disse. Ela seguiu Calliope até o relicário na noite em que ela morreu. Por quê? Porque Calliope às vezes causa problemas, então Medusa fica de olho nela para Atena. Medusa afirma que não a matou, que Calliope fugiu do relicário já tendo sido esfaqueada, mas por quem? Supondo que a Medusa não esteja mentindo, com todos os seus dentes pontiagudos, ela poderia ter perseguido Calliope ansiosa para devorá-la. E Calliope simplesmente fugiu. No entanto, a Medusa parece mais apavorada com o fato de Atena culpá-la do que de qualquer outra coisa. Seu medo parece real. Então acho que ela está dizendo a verdade. Da Calliope teve coisa nova? Medusa corroborou com a história de Asterion. Ela seguiu Calliope até o relicário, dizendo que havia fugido até lá, pois já havia sido atacada. Mas isso é bizarro. O que ela estava fazendo lá? Se a Medusa não estiver mentindo para mim, só me resta Hecate e Minotauro como os únicos outros ídolos com acesso ao relicário. Ou isso, ou haveria uma terceira pessoa que, de alguma forma, entrou e saiu sem ser detectada. É possível descobrir isso, ou estou preso agora? Mano, Atena, é isso. A dois inimigos do fim. Vou lá falar com a Apolo de novo, bater um papo com ele. Se tem opção, eu vou, hein.
Grace, back again so soon. Did you find Medusa after all? You've been on my mind ever since you told me about her.
I did, and it was fine. I told you it would be. Okay, it almost wasn't fine, but it worked out. Nobody got hurt.
I see. Perhaps you'd best tell me what happened then. That sounds like quite the harrowing experience. One that could have gone very poorly indeed.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried about me.
Well, yes. I mean, you're not invulnerable, Grace. Neither was Calliope.
I do appreciate the sentiment.
If you've cleared Medusa's involvement, that still leaves us with Pan. Have you confronted him about it?
He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
I've never thought of Pan as a liar so much as a manipulator. Still, he would do anything to protect himself. I'll have to give this some thought. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
É, não, obrigado.
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
No dia 6. Já vou morrer, no dia 7 eu morro, né? Olha quem tá aí.
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddie?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
What, you and Freddie are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you, Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere. Just
Boa
like
referência,
that.
gostei.
So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to
Não
help her
confia na
out?
Atena não, sou.
Can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I
Senhora.
guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Vamos lá. Vai acabar assim, ó. Vai acabar desse jeito, eu atravessando. Acabou. Vai aparecer ato 3 agora. E eu vou ter que esperar um dia pra poder jogar. Nossa, vai tomar no cu desse jogo, velho. Eu posso escolher outra característica? Eu não posso escolher a mesma? Não, né? Ainda vai ser verde. Porra, o problema é que eu tô sendo muito impactante, né? Tô sendo muito impactante, mas eu acho que eu sou mais da inteligência. Foda-se, inteligência. Calma, não é o ato 3 ainda não? Nem ferrando.
Do have a seat.
Não, não é o ato 3 ainda, né? Eu ainda tô no ato 2, né? Não, não é possível, cara. Não. Cara, o ato 2 tem pelo menos 16 horas, viu? Eu tô precisando ir no banheiro de novo.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized its off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Am I not supposed to be proving my innocence? Would you prefer I did nothing?
I'd prefer you didn't break any other rules in the meantime.
Such as? Do you have a list I can read, or do you just make them up as you go?
You think our judgment was rash?
A 24 horas até o final do ato 2 foi. Vai ser.
In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
Do you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're holding on with a grip so tight, your knuckles are turning white. But that's not enough, is it? Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
Tomou papuda.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Por que você matou a Calliope? Essa é a minha pergunta.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was once a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Another idol, I mean.
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
Sort of, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
It would be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
And trust what you decide to share? I think not.
All right, let's talk about Medusa.
Met her, have you?
Is it true you can't remove her curse? Or is she just too useful?
I wish I could remove the curse. I'm afraid the Athena who bestowed it is long gone. She was prideful, that Athena. As prideful as she was powerful,
Não é original
I'm ashamed
também.
to say.
The current Athena is responsible for everything she's done.
I am well aware, Grace. What is it that you would have me do exactly?
How about you stop treating her like a servant? Maybe send her somewhere she won't be tempted all the time.
Oh, well, if you happen to hear of a diet camp for man-eating monsters, by all means, do let me know. Now, if there isn't anything else?
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Doesn't matter, you gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
I'd rather not say.
Well, you're loyal, at least. I had to ask.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died...
Ela acha que me engana. Ela acha que me engana, essa safada.
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace.
Ah, sim.
If there's another way to resolve this,
Vou descobrir que você matou ela, viu?
all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Ai, não, Matsu. Vou pegar cookie bosta nenhuma. Cookie tudo velho aí, ó.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Athena has always struggled in a crisis.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
Remember, she was a warrior. When pressed, she's always turned to that aspect, sought to maintain absolute control. It'd be hypocritical to say it's wrong of her. She's battled for me as much as for anyone.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
Yes, though I find it odd she chose to tell you.
Maybe Athena thought, who'd believe Grace if she blabbed about it anyway?
Sadly, while I'd prefer to stay in her good graces, I doubt that will be possible.
Uh-oh, what now?
You may not like this, but you need to go back to the reliquary.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
As usual, you're way ahead of me.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope
Inteligente, vai fazer o
she had a
quê?
plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
Remember how I told you it'd be years before you got Calliope's memories back? Well, it's true, but not entirely.
Okay.
Those memories are inside you. You go somewhere important to Calliope or touch something special to her, you will get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Whatever happened to Calliope there, it ended her life. All we need to do is uncover those memories.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
Am I sure? No. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's comforting.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, well, do you have a way we could look into those things without encountering even more lies?
Deja vu it is.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
I think that's kind of the point, Grace.
There isn't much time left, and I'm out of ideas that won't take more time than we have.
Well, there's always running, right? Grace leaves the city, goes on a world tour, becomes rich and famous. It's just me. Okay, then.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
O objeto dela.
Some memory of what happened to Calliope, even a flash. Anything that gives us
Cada
something
tem um
to work with.
objeto lá,
And
ué.
if that doesn't happen?
Make it happen, Grace. As if your life depends on it.
I can
Depende,
really
né?
see why the idols call you the cheery one.
I'm sorry, but why is she here again?
Last time Freddie and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
Okay. Do you want to ask Athena for permission?
It just seems like a radical step. For you.
A week ago, I would have said that breaking into the reliquary couldn't be done. A week ago, I couldn't have imagined being here. My stance on a lot of things has changed. If you have another idea, however, I'm happy to go along with it.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then the alarms bring Asterion and Hecate, and all three of us do a great deal of apologizing.
Let's just hope that's all those alarms do.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go into the reliquary with you, not without tipping off Hecate. But I won't be far. If anything goes wrong, I will come running. But even so, Grace, please be careful.
You know me. I'm always careful.
Come on, the time for adventure is now.
Be safe. Both of you.
Ato 3. Eu escrevi ato 3 na minha tela. Não é possível. Bianca, você pediu pra mim, mano. Ai, meu Deus do céu, velho. Eu vou no banheiro, mano. Vou escondido por trás.
Wait, are you sure this is right? Was that the right door?
You're asking me like I'm supposed to know?
It just feels like we're back outside again. Maybe that was some kind of portal or...
Você já tem que encher minha garrafinha. Acabou minha água
Or
também.
maybe we're right where we're supposed to be.
Then we should be careful. Remember what the Minotaur said? Alarms. Magical defenses.
None of which killed Calliope, we think. But sure, I hear you.
How do we avoid getting lost? It's like a labyrinth.
Oh, it is a labyrinth, but I've never had any trouble finding my way around.
Meu Deus.
Hey, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, no need to freak out. I'm a guardian, sure, I'm not a monster. But, yeah, you know you're not supposed to be in here, right?
I need this, Asterion. I have to figure out what Calliope did here. Please, can't you just let us look around?
Oh, it's just... Kate would be so mad.
She knows you're the sweetest, most thoughtful bullman there is. She'd understand.
I want to, but...
I'd really appreciate it.
I need to bring you back to Kate. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Hey! Come back! Oi, come back!
Faz nenhum sentido ele ter ido atrás da Fred e não de mim.
Okay.
Faz nem sentido. Não faz nenhum sentido, mano. Desculpa, ele é muito bobo.
I think I'm alright. I hope Freddy's okay. She'd better be. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start? Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just... focus.
Tá acabando. Não falou isso já falou menos uma hora atrás. Você sabe, né?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Agora de verdade, beleza. Posso olhar todos? Posso olhar todos ou tem algum em específico que eu não posso olhar? Vamos olhar o ovo primeiro.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Cara, um instrumento. Não vou olhar o instrumento. Por quê? Porque o instrumento provavelmente acerta. Porque ela é da música, né?
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right?
Vamos olhar o tridente de Poseidon.
Is this an armory too?
Uma maçã.
Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
Espelho, apareceu o espelho ali.
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
Ele é Dionísio. Pergaminho.
I don't even know what language that is.
Estátua.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere? Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both. This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she... Uh-oh. don't suppose there's any chance you'll put those knives away. Okay, then.
Então vamos cantar. Não dá. Para de correr.
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Grace?
Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Ela não vê nada?
No, I won't let you!
Mano, ela é louca, é? Tá vendo três pessoas com a faca na mão, ela fala assim, ah, vou meter na frente aqui. Ela é louca, mano, não tem condição.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Freddy.
Oh no. Oh, Grace.
You summoned the Furies. What? Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here? I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it. There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it. I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her. I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that.
Como que você ficou com ela? Você mentiu pra mim, mano? E é que você mentiu pra mim, eu não acredito. É uma mentirosa do caralho, velho.
You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace.
Caralho, a Yanka me enganou, velho.
Desist until retribution has been exacted.
Yanka, você é uma mentirosa, filha da puta.
Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price. Apollo, there has to be something we can do.
Grace, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not right.
Eu não tô tancando. Vai trabalhar, menina. Fecha essa live aí, vai trabalhar.
Leave now.
Eu caí no seu papinho, você me enganou. Nossa, não acredito. Nossa, ela tá muito triste ali, ó. A cara dela de triste no canto. Vocês não estão vendo, mas eu tô vendo. Aí é foda, né? Não pode estar acontecendo, Fred, ela se foi. Eu sabia que não deveria tê-la deixado continuar vendo comigo. Mas não pensei que ela pudesse morrer. Fred sacrificou sua vida por mim. Ela impediu que as fúrias me matassem. E é culpa minha que ela esteja morta. O que vou fazer agora? Tudo bem, então o novo plano é voltar para o relicário, entrar na parte onde Calliope foi na noite em que morreu e esperar lembrar de algo sobre o que pode ter acontecido com ela. É um tiro no escuro e não tenho ideia de como vai se recordar as memórias de outra pessoa. Vai se recordar as memórias de outra pessoa. Mas eu tenho que tentar. E funcionou, mais ou menos. A Calliope foi ao relicário naquela noite para contatar o destino com o espelho mágico, mas nunca teve a chance de falar com eles. Assim como eu, ela foi atacada pelas fúrias, não ídolos, mas personificação da retribuição. Elas aplicaram as antigas leis dos ídolos, do tipo que Zeus costumava comandar e que certamente morreu com ele. Ao contrário do que aconteceu comigo, as fúrias devem ter esfaqueado Calliope antes de ela fugir. O que isso não me diz é por que ela estava ela precisava tanto entrar em contato com as moiras. Também não me diz quem enviou as fúrias atrás dela em primeiro lugar. E depois também a mim. De acordo com Hecate, nenhum dos ídolos tem esse tipo de poder. Considerando o preço que pagamos, eu realmente gostaria de ter aprendido mais. Foi bobo, foi muito bobo, mano. Que tristeza. Nossa, que tristeza. Volto para o apartamento e quem está lá me esperando? Hermes. Mas não entrou por algum portal mágico. Fred foi que deixou eu entrar pela porta. Ela e Hermes são o que agora? Isso é estranho, certo? Eu disse que suspeitava de Hermes. Conversamos um pouco no apartamento. Sinceramente, agora parece ser o ídolo que eu menos suspeito de todos até agora. Sinceramente, sempre está livre para ajudar. O mundo precisa de mais um ou dois Hermes. Afrodite não, Apolo. Atena. No meio da semana que ela me deu, Atena me chama ao seu escritório para... Não tenho certeza. Pedir desculpas? Me dar uma palestra? Ela não estava feliz com minha visita ao relicário, com certeza. Mas principalmente ela queria me contar sobre como os ídolos estão morrendo. Como se estivessem realmente morrendo, perdendo imortalidade, tudo isso. Isso deve ser difícil para seres que existem há quase toda a eternidade, mas será que isso justifica o julgamento? Atena não pode correr o risco de uma usurpadora humilde como eu manchar o grande legado do ídolo. Enquanto ele se põe calmamente, ela é como uma professora rigorosa e realmente quer ser a professora legal, mas não consegue se conter. Apolo explicou o comportamento de Atena. Ela é totalmente louca por controle, com certeza. Mas foi assim que ela manteve os ídolos vivos por tanto tempo. Por que ela não disse aos ídolos que eles estavam morrendo? Apolo realmente não sabia dizer. Eu realmente espero que Hecate não esteja muito brava comigo por ter me esgueirado de volta ao relicário e depois... tudo o que aconteceu depois. Os ídolos acabam se acalmando, certo? A Asterion me pegou entrando no relicário e receio que eu tenha fugido e o deixado em pânico com o que Hecate iria dizer. Espero realmente não ter lhe causado muitos problemas. Ele vai me perdoar, certo? Ela sabe tudo. Acabei o ato 2. Não acredito, acabou.